I'm not going to accept anyone more. We are going to begin the chapter now. The name of the chapter is alcohols, phenols and ethers, and we are going to start this chapter today. So in the last chapter we have learnt about haloalkanes and haloarenes. So just a capsulation. Haloalkanes were those compounds where we had long chain carbon compounds which were bonded by a halogen atom, that is X. Means in this type some compounds were there where one halogen atom was bonded to any of the carbon, or the number of halogen atom it can exceed 1. If it is more than 1, then we name it as di, tri, or so on. And haloarenes were those compounds where some benzene ring was bonded to a halogen atom. See, somebody more is requesting. Lalian has joined. Okay. Then they were haloalkanes and haloarenes. So today in this chapter we are going to start alcohols, phenols and ethers. So we'll be starting with alcohols today. We are going to discuss about alcohols. So alcohols. Now what are alcohols? So just as in case of my haloalkanes, what I had long chain carbon compounds, and these long chain carbon compounds were bonded to halogen atoms. Now these halogen atom, instead of halogen atom in case of alcohol, I have OH. I have the group OH here, which will be bonded to a long chain carbon compound. Means if this type of compound is there, these are carbon, and to which at one position OH group is added. So this is the name of a alcohol. This is an alcohol here. And this OH group is known as hydroxy group. This group is known as hydroxy group. और इस तरह के compounds को हम कहते हैं alcohols. They are known as alcohols. So first of all, just as in the last chapter we came to know, first of all we will be looking into the IUPAC nomenclature. Then after that we have to study the synthesis, then the chemical property and the physical properties. We are going to study about the alcohols. So let's begin it. So first thing is about the alcohol. We are going to study the nomenclature. So here, suppose this is the compound. Here hydrogen is here. Here two hydrogens. Here a single hydrogen and OH group is attached here, and one H3 is here. Now to do the IUPAC nomenclature, we do the numbering of the carbon. So let's start the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, and also we are going to number from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that number we are going to take from where my functional group is getting the lowest position, that is from the left one. So this number will be excluded. Now what will be the name for this compound? So first of all, in the name sequence, what we do, first of all we write the substituent. We need to write the substituent first, then we have to write the number of carbons, how many carbons are there. Based on that we need to write meth, eth, prop and so on, meth, eth and so on. Then after that we have to write the bond order. Means bond order means highest number of bond present in between two carbons, that is either it is ane, ene or yne. And lastly we need to write the functional group. So now in this compound here we don't have any substituent present. Now here we have only the functional group, so we have to write directly the carbon group. Then in the longest chain, in the chain how many carbons are there in total? 4. So for 4 carbons we write meth, eth, prop, but we need to write. So we are going to write it as but. Then after that bond, then highest number of bond present in between two carbon is single, so we have to write ane. So but plus ane plus. Now next we need to write the suffix for the functional group. Then for OH means alcohol functional group, we have to write the substituent OL, means the suffix we have to write OL. So here we have to write OL. Now this is also a vowel, this is also a vowel, so the prefix one, that will be not there. So the name for this compound will be butanol. And at which carbon we have the the OH group? At the second carbon. So here in between this ol we will have butan 2-ol. Similarly, another example, suppose this is CH3, CH2, CH, then CH2, then again CH2, then CH3, then here suppose I am adding OH. In all the cases we are adding OH because we are studying about alcohol. So once again the same naming sequence, we have to number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From this side also 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if we are doing the numbering from this side, my functional group is present as the third carbon, and if I am doing it from this side, then my functional group is present as the fourth carbon. So we have to take the numbering where it is done from the left side. Now we have to name it. So first of all, the highest number of carbons, that is number 6. So it will be hex. All the bond are single bond, so this will be hexane. And now at which carbon is my OH group present? At the third carbon. So this will be hexane 3 ol, and this is the name for this compound. Now one more we are going to do where alcohol and my halogen both will be present. We'll be looking into it. Let's see. CH3, then again CH2, then suppose CH, here we have Cl, then CH2, then CH, suppose here is OH, then CH2, and then CH3. Now we have to name this compound. Now what will be the name for this compound? Now once again we have to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Number from this side 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now what will be the name written to this? Now first priority is always given to the functional group, then to the substituent. मतलब अगर किसी compound में functional group और substituent दोनों present है, then we have to see that from which side my functional group is getting the lowest number. तो इधर से देखो OH को थर्ड वाला पोजीशन मिल रहा है और इधर से देखो फिफ्थ वाला. So we need to take the numbering from this side because functional group is given the more priority. Now while writing the name, I said that we have to write the name in the sequence. What was the sequence here? First we have to write substituent, then we have to write the carbons, then we have to write the bond order, and then the functional group. So first we have to write the substituent here. So now in this case, here this chlorine is my substituent, so this one I have to write first. So the name will be 5, and at the fifth carbon I have my chlorine, so that will be 5 chloro. Then after that we have to see that how many carbons are there. There are 7 carbons, so 5 chloro, hept, all the bonds are single, so heptane. And at which carbon is my OH? At the third carbon, so heptane 3 ol. So this is your IUPAC nomenclature of these alcohols. So now after the IUPAC nomenclature, just as in the last chapter we did, now we will be doing the classification of these alcohols, and the classification of alcohol is also similar to haloalkanes and haloarenes, and they are also classified depending upon the number of OH group and also depending upon the number of carbons. And now how they are classified, we are going to study that. Let's see.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
Sir, can it be like? Can you please give the previous slide?
Okay.
Actually, one doubt is there, sir.
What is the doubt?
Sir, can you please?
Yeah,
give
yeah,
previous
yeah.
slide?
It is there. Yeah.
Sir, I think here it will be like 3 chloroheptane 5 all.
No, in that case, I think you need to study the class 11th book once again, because always the priority is given to that side from where my functional group has got the lowest number. You see, if you are doing the numbering from this side, your chlorine will get the third number and your OH will get the fifth carbon. But if you are doing the numbering from this side, your OH is getting the third number and your Cl is getting the fifth number. Now while doing the numbering, the priority is in the order first functional group, then the bond order, and then finally comes the substituent. Means substituent is always given the least priority. Okay, so here my functional group is OH, so the name will be 5 chloroheptane 3 ol. Okay, that is the name how it is written. Okay, you just go through that class 11th book once again. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we will do the classification of these alcohols, and how these alcohols are classified, we will be looking into them. So alcohols are classified in two ways. The first one is depending upon the number of OH atoms. Depending upon OH atoms in a compound. Like if suppose this is one compound where only one OH group is there, this is another compound where one OH is here, another OH is here, and one more compound I am giving where one OH is here, one is here, another one is suppose here. So now you see, in the first case I have only one OH group, So this will be known as monohydric. If one OH group, then that is monohydric. If two OH groups are there, then that is known as dihydric. If three OH groups are there, then that is known as trihydric. So this is the first classification where the classification of alcohol is done depending upon the number of OH atoms, means how many OH atoms are present in my alcohol. Where if the number of OH atom is 1, that alcohol is known as monohydric. If it is 2, then that is known as dihydric. If it is 3, then that is known as trihydric. Now, the next classification is depending upon the number of adjacent carbon atoms. Now, what is that adjacent carbon atom? Let us see. Depending upon the number of adjacent carbon atoms. Adjacent carbon atoms. Carbon atoms. So, let me write. Suppose this is OH, another one OH, and this is another one OH. Now, this is my carbon with which my OH group is attached in all the cases, and I'm going to mark it in this way. I'm going to mark it. Okay. Now, in the first case, I'm just attaching a single carbon here, and all are hydrogen. Similarly, here all are hydrogens. In this case, one carbon here, one carbon here, and above I have one hydrogen here. And in this case, one carbon here, one carbon here, and one carbon here. Now you just pay attention here. What is happening and how it is going to change? What is the difference here? In the first case, you see the carbon with which my OH group is bonded, that carbon is connected to a single carbon only. ये केवल एक कार्बन से बॉन्डेड है जिसमें मेरा OH लगा है. So this is known as your primary alcohol. लिखते 1 डिग्री हैं लेकिन पढ़ेंगे इसको primary alcohol. That is primary alcohol. It is primary alcohol. In this case, you see जिस कार्बन से मेरा OH लगा हुआ है वो कार्बन वापस से मेरे दो कार्बन के साथ डायरेक्टली बॉन्डेड है. That carbon is directly bonded to two different carbons. So this is known as your 2 degree primary alcohol, 2 degree alcohol, sorry, 2 degree alcohol, and that is called as secondary alcohol. This is known as secondary alcohol. In this case, my carbon is bonded to, देखो 3 कार्बन के साथ bonded है, 1, 2 and 3 carbon it is directly bonded with. So this is known as your tertiary alcohol or 3 degree alcohol. इनको कहते हैं 3 degree alcohol or read as tertiary alcohol. While writing we will write 3 degree, but while studying we will say it as tertiary alcohol. So these two classification were based on the number of carbon atoms, means number of adjacent carbon atoms actually. Adjacent carbon atom मतलब बगल में कितने carbon atoms हैं, जिस कार्बन से OH ग्रुप लगा है उसके साइड में कितने कार्बन एटम हैं, depending upon that. And the another one is your based on the number of OH group. Now another one more type is there, and that type we will study in the case of haloarenes, that how they are classified. Now these alcohols we have studied about the classification, we have studied about the IUPAC nomenclature. So now we are going to study about the preparation of these alcohols, means how these alcohols are prepared. जैसे वहाँ पे पढ़ा था haloalkanes के लिए पहले preparation पढ़ना था. So now how they are prepared we are going to study about them. So let us see the preparation. The first method of preparation is from alkene. From alkene. Now how they are prepared from alkenes. तो देखो alkenes के लिए मतलब कोई भी डबल बॉन्ड वाला कंपाउंड होगा, C डबल बॉन्ड C, सपोज हाइड्रोजन 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 एंड हाइड्रोजन आर हियर, एंड दिस कंपाउंड आई एम गोइंग टू ट्रीट विद जस्ट वाटर. पानी से ट्रीट करना है. नाउ वी नो दैट वाटर, और वाटर को अगर मैं आयोनाइज करूं देन आई विल गेट H पॉजिटिव प्लस OH नेगेटिव. These are the two parts of water. If it is known to everyone, these are the two parts of water. So now what will happen here? To one side of the alkene, I will get, एक साइड alkene का एक साइड पे ये एक हाइड्रोजन जाकर के लग जाएगा और एक साइड पे जाकर के ये OH नेगेटिव लग जाएगा. Then let us see what happens. This you will get carbon, this one hydrogen here, one hydrogen here, another hydrogen here. Two hydrogens were already present, one hydrogen came from the water, and that double bond that will convert to a single bond, and you will get your one hydrogen here, and one OH compound here. So you see you got an alcohol, and the alcohol is CH3 CH2OH. The name of the alcohol is ethanol. The name of the alcohol is ethanol because two carbons are present here. So now here this case was for a symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene means on both side of the double bond you can see the same number of atoms or the same types of atom. मतलब इधर देखो, इधर भी CH2 है और उधर भी CH2 है. Both side you have the same type of atoms or same type of atoms are linked to the double bond. What will happen if an asymmetrical alkene is there? Then once again you will remember that the Markovnikov rule. Now what does the Markovnikov rule say? That Markovnikov rule says that if any asymmetrical alkene is there, देखो अब एक asymmetrical alkene लिखता हूँ, CH2 double bond CH single bond CH3. Now this is an asymmetrical alkene. double bond के दोनों तरफ देखो, एक तरफ क्या है और दूसरे तरफ क्या है. Both side you have different atoms. So now when this one you will treat with water, H2O के साथ जब treat करोगे, मतलब H positive और OH negative जो है, then what will happen? Then Markovnikov rule says that हाइड्रोजन हमेशा उधर साइड जाएगा जिधर ज्यादा हाइड्रोजन है. Means hydrogen will be always added to that side of the alkene where you have more number of hydrogen. So here the product will be H3C. That double bond will convert to single bond. This will become CH. Here you will get your OH and you will get here your CH3. And this is your alcohol. And if we are going to do the name, then what will be the name? The name will be its name will be propan 2-ol. Now this will be the name for this alcohol, and this is the first method of synthesis for this alcohol. Now every reaction it proceeds by certain mechanism. Now the mechanism of this reaction, this is also there, that this reaction also has a mechanism, and this reaction will study with the phenol part because both the reactions they have the same type of mechanism, similar type of mechanism. Now the next type of synthesis of alcohol, this was the first type where we are synthesizing from alkene. Now another type of synthesis where number 2, these are the first part from alkenes. Now the next one we are going to synthesis from carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds. Now carbonyl compound means those compound which have the group C double bond O in them, which have a group of C double bond O in them. So now let's synthesize using this carbonyl group, and how we are going to do this. Now using a carbonyl group we can synthesize by the method of reduction. Suppose I have a aldehyde. Now this is an aldehyde, and this one if I am going to reduce in the presence of palladium as a catalyst, then my compound will be an alcohol, and that will be a primary alcohol. Now there a change is there, you see. If I am using an aldehyde, then my product is a primary alcohol. But if I am using an ketone, where the reaction condition is a bit different, and here you need to treat with sodium borohydride, NaBH4, then in this case your product will be a secondary alcohol. अब secondary alcohol क्या होता है? Now in case of secondary alcohol, what I said that my carbon will be directly bonded to two different carbons. So you see in this case my carbon is bonded to, if this is my carbon which is containing the alcohol OH group, then this is my another one carbon and this is my another carbon. So this is directly bonded to two different carbons. So this is a 2-degree alcohol, and here only one carbon. So this is my 1-degree alcohol. So now if question is asked that what is the difference in the synthesis of alcohol from aldehyde and ketone, then you have to furnish the example of this reaction, and you need to write it there that in case of aldehyde we will get a primary alcohol, and in case of ketone we will get a secondary alcohol. Now one more method is there where similar carbonyl group is added, but this carbonyl group containing compound is an acid, मतलब ये होता है RCOOH, and this one is treated with lithium aluminium hydride. Now you see in all the cases your reagent is different. पहले वाले में देखो क्या किया, हाइड्रोजन गैस को सीधे यूज किया इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ पैलाडियम. अनदर वाले में क्या किया, सोडियम बोरोहाइड्राइड यूज किया है. इसमें क्या कर रहे हैं, लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड को यूज कर रहे हैं. देन हियर आल्सो योर प्रोडक्ट विल बी अल्कोहल. ये हो जाएगा RCH2 OH. And here in this case of reaction, we normally do not balance the reaction because organic case it does not involve the balancing of reaction. We don't waste the time on that. Just you need to remember the product that if acid is treated with lithium aluminum hydride, we will get the corresponding primary alcohol. Again, in this case also you have a primary alcohol. So your secondary alcohol you will get only when you are going to treat a ketone with sodium borohydride. This is the only one case where you will get your secondary alcohol. Now, this lithium aluminum hydride, it is really a very expensive reagent. Means this lithium aluminum hydride, it is very expensive. So this reaction, it is not directly used in this way. Means we can do synthesize this from acid, we can synthesize the alcohol, but लेकिन ये lithium aluminum hydride जो है ये बहुत ही महंगा आता है. तो क्या करते हैं, इस रिएक्शन में एक छोटा सा ऑल्टरेशन लाते हैं, एंड दैट ऑल्टरेशन इज, व्हाट इज दैट ऑल्टरेशन, वी आर गोइंग टू लुक इट नाउ. क्या करते हैं कि ये जो हमारा एसिड है RC डबल बॉन्ड O एंड OH वाला जो ये एसिड कंपाउंड है, इसको हम एक अल्कोहल के साथ ट्रीट कर देते हैं. दिस इज माय अल्कोहल. नाउ दिस इज ट्रीटेड विद अल्कोहल. तो ये क्या होता है, ये एक एस्टर बन जाता है, C डबल बॉन्ड O R बन जाता है. नाउ दिस एस्टर इज ट्रीटेड विद हाइड्रोजन डायरेक्टली इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ पैलाडियम एज अ कैटलिस्ट. तो हमें यहाँ पर दो अल्कोहल मिलते हैं. वन अल्कोहल इज RCH2OH एंड प्लस ROH. मतलब एक पार्ट ये वाला अल्कोहल देता है और दूसरा पार्ट ये दूसरा वाला अल्कोहल देता है. सो बिकॉज लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड इज अ एक्सपेंसिव रिएजेंट, लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड जो है वो एक एक्सपेंसिव रिएजेंट है, तो इसको पहले अल्कोहल से ट्रीट करके एक एस्टर बना लेते हैं, उसके बाद पैलाडियम और हाइड्रोजन यूज किया जाता है, जहां पर हमें टू टाइप्स ऑफ अल्कोहल वी गेट. ओके, दिस रिएक्शन इज नोन एज द कैटालाइटिक dehydrogenation. This is catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation. This reaction is known as catalytic hydrogenation. So this was the method where we were using my aldehydes, ketones और my acid. Means in short हमें कार्बोनिल ग्रुप वाला कंपाउंड चाहिए जिसके पास ये होना होगा. देखो जैसे पीछे वाले में भी हमने क्या किया है, here we had this कार्बोनिल ग्रुप, यहाँ पर भी कार्बोनिल ग्रुप है एंड इसमें तो कार्बोनिल ग्रुप है ही. So we are using those carbonyl group compounds to synthesize our alcohol. So now using this carbonyl group, yet another method is also there how to synthesize them. तो अब देखो कोई भी एक कार्बोनिल ग्रुप का कंपाउंड ले लो, जैसे मान लो मैंने ले लिया C डबल बॉन्ड O और O ले लिया, सपोज OH ले लिया, सपोज दिस इज एन एसिड. नाउ ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट यूज करते हैं. Now what is Grignard reagent? If you remember from the last class, Grignard reagent were this type of compound RMgX, this type of compound, and I told you the speciality of this compound that always the carbon will bear a negative charge and remaining everything that will be positive charge. Now in between these two atoms, here you see this oxygen, it is electronegative, and this carbon it is trapped in between two oxygens. मतलब ये ऑक्सीजन भी यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन खींच रहा है और ये ऑक्सीजन भी इलेक्ट्रॉन खींच रहा है, मतलब इस कार्बन के पास इलेक्ट्रॉन की डेफिशिएंसी है. This carbon bears a partial positive charge. Now here this is a negative charge and this is a positive charge. So according to the convention of mechanism, this will come here. Now when this negative charge will come here, let me draw what happens here. देखो ये R वैसे का वैसा ही है, this R is untouched, so I am writing this R. This carbon is there और ये OH भी हमने नहीं छुआ है अभी. Now what is happening? This R is coming to this carbon. तो ये R जो है ये यहाँ पर एक बॉन्ड बना लिया मान लो. Okay. Then now if this R is forming a bond here, तो अगर यहाँ पे मैं वापस से इसका डबल बॉन्ड बनाता हूँ ये ऊपर, then how many bonds are formed by this carbon now? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not possible with carbon to form a 5 bond. तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा, what will happen in this case is that, sorry, here what will happen in this case is that one of the bond here, this one of the double bond, this will move above to oxygen. तो ये क्या होगा, ये सिंगल बॉन्ड ये ऑक्सीजन और ये नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. Now you see only the negative part has moved to this carbon, this remaining part were left. तो ये पार्ट आकर के इसके साथ MgX बन के they will not form a bond, they will just stay here like stabilizing agent. Now the last step will be here water is added to this compound और वाटर में फिर से वही H पॉजिटिव और OH नेगेटिव होते हैं. तो दिस H पॉजिटिव will form a bond with this oxygen. तो क्या होगा, ये ऑक्सीजन के साथ बॉन्ड बनाएगा. सो दिस यू सी दिस विल बी आर सी. ये यहाँ पर ये एक R इसका वाला, that above you will get your OH and this bond will also leave with water, so you will get MgOH and this X you will get. So this is the product. Now you see you have a alcohol. What was alcohol? Where carbon is bonded to OH group. Now you see this carbon 1 2 3 and another one hydrogen is there, so this is satisfied by the number of bonds in this case here. Now this was the method where we are using an acid for the synthesis of alcohol using Grignard reagent. Now instead of acid we can also use an aldehyde. Suppose this is my aldehyde, double bond O and one hydrogen is there. Again we are going to treat this with a Grignard reagent. Now I told you that Grignard reagent always bears a negative charge, so this will move here और ये वाला bond तब पर उठ जाएगा. So what you will get is R C, this R will come here, this hydrogen is untouched, this oxygen has got a negative charge and that MgX will go there. In the next step we have to treat with water, and final step will be your R C and that H is there, this R is here and that O will get your OH, and plus what is left out, you will be left with Mg, OH and X. This is the method of synthesis using aldehyde. Now in these cases I am using your R, only R is being used by me. Now I'll be using some specific examples where like methyl, ethyl, some groups, let me add it. Let me see. Suppose I am using a methyl group, CH3, C, double bond O and CH3 group here, plus, and let me use in the Grignard reagent suppose and ethyl and Mgx. Now this compound, in place of X let me use some chlorine. Here in place of X let me use some chlorine. So now here it is chlorine. Now what will be the first step? Now you need to pay attention on this mechanism because mechanisms are always asked in the exams. You see. Now if you remember the notes that was given by me this morning, what I wrote there was an important fact that in this compound always the carbon which is attached to the metal that always bears a negative charge. इस कार्बन पे नेगेटिव नहीं होगा, वो कार्बन पे नेगेटिव होगा जो मैग्नीशियम के साथ डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट में है. नाउ दिस कार्बन विल अटैक दिस कार्बन एंड दिस ऑक्सीजन बॉन्ड इट विल मूव अबव. तो देखो CH3 तो छुआ ही नहीं हमने, ये कार्बन वैसा ही है और यहाँ का ये CH3 है, और क्या हो रहा है, ये CH2 जो है ये नीचे से आकर के लग रहा है इसमें, तो यहाँ पे CH2 से बॉन्ड बन रहा है and with this CH2 I had my CH3, so this CH3 will come here and that oxygen bond is moving above, so O और ये negative हो गया यहाँ पर and that MgCl that will come and stay here. Then the final step was your treatment with water, तो पानी के साथ treat करना है, so you will get CH3C, then here again CH3 was there, then this is your CH2 CH3 and that O it will get converted to OH and this is your what type of alcohol is this. You see ये कार्बन मेरे कितने कार्बन के साथ डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट में है, देखो तो एक कार्बन, दो कार्बन और तीन कार्बन, सो दिस इज अ टर्शियरी अल्कोहल. ये मेरा एक टर्शियरी अल्कोहल है. सिमिलरली द अनदर मैकेनिज्म इज your duty, you need to draw with the another one. Now one more last method of synthesis for alcohol is by the hydroboration and oxidation of alkenes, and this is the last method. What happens here is that we are going to use an alkene, जैसे ये वाला alkene use करेंगे, मान लो CH3CH then double bond and CH2. Now this one we have to treat with BH3 and BH3 we have to treat with twice. Now what happens here, this molecule it becomes thrice here. ये CH3 जो है ना, CH3 CH2 CH2 हो जाएगा और ये complete molecule 3 times आ जाएगा and this one boron will come here. Now the final step here will be you have to treat this with peroxide in the presence of water, then you will get your alcohol like CH3 CH2 CH2 and OH. मतलब इस बोरोन की जगह पर ये OH आ जाएगा and plus you will get your BOH thrice. This is the last method for the synthesis of alcohol, and this method is known as hydroboration oxidation. तो अब इसका mechanism देखते हैं. What is hydroboration and oxidation reaction, and what is the mechanism for this one? Now we are going to look at the mechanism. So let's see. We had used
Sir, can you repeat the previous one?
Yeah, we are going to do the mechanism now. You'll see it here. You see CH3 CH double bond CH2 plus BH3, and this is twice BH3 twice. Now we are going to use it. How we are going to synthesize? You see, let's see. Now this BH3 twice, it means that H, then again BH2, and then twice, because you see this three hydrogens, they are separated by this one, means two hydrogens are here and one hydrogen is written here. तो अब एवरी स्टेप में क्या होता है, ये स्टेप बाय स्टेप रिएक्शन होता है. स्टेप बाय स्टेप रिएक्शन मतलब ये एक हाइड्रोजन आकर के इसको लगता है, वन हाइड्रोजन कम्स एंड गेट्स अटैच्ड हियर. और यहाँ पर हमने दो मॉलिक्यूल यूज किया है. वी आर यूजिंग टू मॉलिक्यूल बिकॉज केवल BH3 एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. ओनली BH3, इट डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट. It does not exist. Actually for the reaction we need only BH3, लेकिन केवल BH3 exist नहीं करता. So that is the reason we are using this one twice. Two times we are using, but in the reaction only one BH3 is utilized. Only one boron compound is utilized. Then see what happens here. In the first step, ये जो CH3 है और ये CH है, ये डबल बॉन्ड जो है ये तो सबसे पहले सिंगल बॉन्ड हो जाएगा. This will become CH2. अब ये जो एक्स्ट्रा वाला हाइड्रोजन था ना, ये एक्स्ट्रा वाला हाइड्रोजन आकर के इस पे लगेगा, और ये जो BH2 था, दिस BH2 विल गेट अटैच्ड टू दिस बोरोन. ये BH2 हो गया. ठीक है. अब देखो इस BH2 को मैं क्या करता हूँ, ये जो BH2 मैंने लिखा है, इस BH2 को लेट मी ओपन द बॉन्ड एंड राइट. जैसे इसको मान लो ये H हो गया और ये एक H हो गया. तो दिस BH2, दिस इज BH2 ओनली. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन, one more molecule of the same alkene will react with this compound. तो क्या होगा देखो, प्लस फिर से वही CH3 CH डबल बॉन्ड CH2, मतलब ये सेम कंपाउंड उसके साथ वापस से रिएक्ट करेगा. इट विल रिएक्ट वंस अगेन विद दिस वन, दिस एल्कीन, इट विल रिएक्ट विद दिस कंपाउंड. तो फिर से क्या होगा, ये एक हाइड्रोजन उसको दे देगा, एक हाइड्रोजन ये उसको दे देगा, और ये बोरोन जाकर के फिर उसके साथ बॉन्ड बना लेगा. तो एक्चुअली व्हाट विल बी द रिजल्ट हियर, मैं ऊपर वाला इरेज कर रहा हूँ. आई एम गोइंग टू इरेज द अबव वन सो दैट इट विल बी इजियर फॉर अस. यू सी, you see here, now here, now when the one molecule is again added with this one, you see you will get CH3. ये जो दो हाइड्रोजन थे इसको मैं एक साथ CH2 करके लिख दे रहा हूँ, और ये मेरा CH2 था तो इसको मैंने मान लो CH2 लिख दिया. अब इस CH2 के साथ क्या था, मेरा बोरोन लगा हुआ था, तो ये एक बोरोन लग गया. विद दिस बोरोन आई हैड माई वन हाइड्रोजन, तो ये मेरा एक हाइड्रोजन हो गया. अब मैंने क्या बोला कि दिस बोरोन विल फॉर्म अ बॉन्ड विद दिस कार्बन, तो ये वाला मान लो CH2 हो गया. देन दिस CH इज देयर, ये बॉन्ड सिंगल हो जाएगा, दिस विल बी CH, एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन इट इज गोइंग टू दिस वन, दिस कार्बन, तो ये वाला फिर से CH2 हो जाएगा, और ये लास्ट वाला तो CH3 ही है. नाउ सिमिलरली वन मोर मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ दिस सेम एल्कीन, इट विल कम एंड रिएक्ट विद दिस बोरोन. तो इस बार क्या होगा, वापस से वही सेम चीज, once again the same thing will happen, and this hydrogen now it will be bonded with this hydrogen, और ये फिर से उसके साथ बॉन्ड हो जाएगा. तो देखो क्या होता है, what will happen is this hydrogen इस बोरोन के साथ, तो ये वाला कार्बन का बॉन्ड बनना है CH2 वाले का, so you will get here this CH2. now with this CH2 you have your another CH2, क्योंकि जो एक हाइड्रोजन था वो आ गया इसके पास, and you will have your CH3. so now this one, this all molecule, it can be written in short as, देखो CH3 CH2 CH2, कितनी बार है ये सेम कंपाउंड, एक बार यहाँ पर है, एक बार यहाँ पर है, एक बार यहाँ पर है, so this is 3 times, and with that you have your boron. so this is your compound. अब इसको हम लास्ट में क्या करते हैं, peroxide के साथ ट्रीट करते हैं, means with H2O2. now with H2O2 when it is treated, द बॉन्ड गेट्स क्लीव्ड फ्रॉम हियर, बोरोन के साथ जो बॉन्ड है वो टूट जाता है, एंड यू विल गेट योर एल्कोहल, करस्पॉन्डिंग एल्कोहल जो कि है CH3 CH2 CH2 OH, मतलब एक OH आ जाएगा यहाँ से, H2O2 means what? 2 OH and 2 OH are there, so H2O2, so one OH came here, now one OH will go with this one, that will be BOH whole 3. now why whole 3? because boron की वैलेंसी जो है वो 3 है, तो इस वजह से ये compound, this is the mechanism of this reaction and the name of this reaction is hydroboration oxidation. now if you go to name this compound, the name of the compound is propan 1 all. So this is all your synthesis of alcohol. So this was all your synthesis of alcohol. Now in the next class we are going to discuss about the chemical property and the physical property of alcohols. So thank you for watching the video up to here. Thank you very much.